get even more engagement, all the comments that I'm scrolling through have a ton of likes on them. So you can comment, and then there's a like and a dislike button next to the comment, and they all have a ton. Like this one has 113, this one has 56, 214, 27, 35, 88. Like there's tons of these. And up at the top, I scrolled down a bunch, but up at the top, it's 300, 600, 200, 300, 400, 250. Like, this is a substantial amount of likes on this, which I thought was crazy. Let's see. We're going to take a look at my notes to make sure I know where I don't miss anything here. So we have the description we're going to take a look at now to see, that's another thing you want to optimize. All these little bits and pieces tie in to create a cohesive, like, optimization, right? And they're generally going to be shifting based upon what the objective is. Because you're not just trying to maximize YouTube, you're trying to maximize the candidate, right? Or maximize the probability that the candidate is going to be nomination for the Democratic Party, I would assume, some objective like that. And we have Facebook group, Twitter, his page, Instagram, and then his website again for emails, and then a campaign website. So I like this. This has a lot of information in here, and it tells you where you're going. I think that is super helpful. I think that's what people's eyes are actually first drawn to when you look at this. Or the word like right below, which is like basically you see the text, but the only thing I actually see is Facebook. When my eyes go to it, they don't see the whole like line of text for the link out. They just see the word Facebook. You know, that might be the second thing or the first thing I actually look at. Then I look at the text. So I think that's actually really good there, that he's done a nice job of looking at that. Now, this is where we're going to really go micro. So now we want to look at the video, right? Not necessarily the creative, because that's subjective. That's not my opinion on the creative. That's everybody, you guys. That's everybody who watches that. That's theirs. The creative is not what we're judging here. We're going to take a look at end cards and cards. And then we're going to get more of that deep dive analysis. Okay, so a card is like what pops up in the video. I don't know if I'm going to have it on this video or not, but sometimes they are up there. And when I consistently put them on my videos, I could actually see the increase in the number of views I was getting, because there's a certain point where you look at your video and you can see the drop off in views, so you can stick them right before there's a big drop off, which just means more eyeballs see it, which just means more people click. So the video, we just watched the most recent video, there's no cards. That's a huge missed opportunity to engage people. There's also links you can send people to donate, you know, and you can change the wording to not have a link out, but to say donations or something like that, you know, or, you know, please help. And then they click on the link and it's to the donation page, you know, or to other videos. Like, I think this is a huge missed opportunity, especially when I look at my channel and the impact it has. And the same thing goes with end cards. So what are end cards after the video plays? You know how sometimes there's like a subscribe button or like 2 videos here or something, or there might just be like 4 videos. That is the end card. So when you publish a video on YouTube, you can get in there and you can create end cards. Like if this video right here talking about YouTube, maybe I would put a Andrew Yang video of analysis, right? Because I feel like people who watch this video might have a higher probability of watching a video of analysis on Andrew Yang. And that's not there on this video. I don't know if it was just missed on this video. I did not check all the other videos, but on this video it's not there. And a lot of the times, if it's not there on the most recent video, it's probably not there in the other videos as well. This is more, and this is where I touch on the creative, not from a critique standpoint, other than this is good shit. So I watched it. It's 1 minute and 41 seconds, and it talks about him giving this lady $1,000 a month, kind of like to see, how it would respond to her, right? Like, because if he's talking about $1,000 a month and says how it's going to impact people versus he gives somebody $1,000 a month and he sees how it impacts them, that's way more influential for his sell through. Like, he's going to be able to way more effectively communicate that than with not having that experience. So that's what he did in this video. And I think that's a really good strategy, by the way. That's super top notch. I think that's amazing. Great idea. Whoever had that idea to do that, they're like kudos for that. Now, what I do think is probably a positive ROI investment would be to coordinate, and this might be something that would have to be done in-house, but have more of these freedom dividenders, like have 3 lucky winners picked per month, because that's going to be $36,000 spent, right? And you're like, oh, I'm going to give away $36,000 to 3 people. Yes, you are, because what you're going to do is you're going to tell that story about that individual, what they're struggling with in their life, and maybe about them a little bit and their journey, right? There's going to be maybe 1 or 2 or 3 videos about this person and then their win, and you can just tell that story over the next fucking 12 months of the giving out this money, and then you actually get to see how it impacts these people, because you can have follow-up videos after that. And I think this is just a huge missed opportunity, because so giving away that $36,000 is not at all the expense of giving out $36,000. What $36,000 is doing is creating a opportunity to tell a story, and that story is about these individuals, and you could do 3 new individuals every single month to add to it. If you're raising several $1 million a year, right, that would be, if you're raising money as this goes on, the new raising will pay for this, and you just tell the story about these people and how it impacts them. Like, first their backstory, then you get into like their impact of like, oh my God, that's super amazing, I want $1,000 a month, or whatever the case is, and they talk about it emotionally, and you have Andrew Yang like watching them do it, like, so that you get to see his, and you just tell this story. I mean, this is just gold. Like, why the fuck isn't this happening? Then that person is also like, holy crap, I'm on YouTube on Andrew Yang's channel, and then they tell all their friends and they post the link onto their Facebook. Like, this is such a just missed opportunity to hack at this stuff. In my opinion, it's just a big opportunity, and that's why I wanted to make this video. If any of you guys know Andrew Yang or anybody in that association, whatever, share this video with them. I think it would be valuable to them to take a look at this, whether they decide to do anything or not. They can contact me directly, or they can just do it themselves, right? Like, I don't need to do any of this. I put it all here so that they can take a look at it themselves and change these things. But anyways, if you want to follow on with other things, I'm actually doing a ranking, my ranking of who's winning for the Democratic nomination. And I just did mine on Google, so I'll give my Google ranking, and that's based on the search volume and a couple other factors. So if you want to check that out, go back to the channel and watch that. Part number 2 is coming out, where I covered the search volume on YouTube, and we compare the search volume on YouTube in terms of each name for the candidate, right? So Andrew Yang, Joe Biden, Elizabeth Warren, right? We search all those, and we look at the volume of searches at the 12-month, at the 3-month, and at the 1 month. And we see who wins, and then we take an average of that to understand who, like, what is actually happening, not versus what the media says is happening, right? So if you know of anybody who would like, or if you think that message should go out more, like, either share this video with somebody if you think that that message should be out in public more. I would appreciate it, but I honestly do believe that what I'm talking about should be talked about more, so people can actually see what's going on versus like what Fox says or what CNN says or what CNBC says. Like, to have an alternative way of looking at things other than what the establishment says. So if that's the case, share this video with them. If you guys want to jump over to Instagram, I talk a lot more about a lot of other things over there in my stories on Instagram. So there's a link in the description. Jump over there, say what's up, and that you came from YouTube, and I will get back to you. Peace.